Well, it is 8 a.m. and it is November 23rd, 2015. Where do I even start? Before I even get into a bunch of meaty things, especially the issues at hand, let's just talk about superficial things first. Well, let's see. I finally went out for once to dinner, and I went out with my niece and her husband and my daughter and I guess my whole family. So the only family that I have here in this state of Massachusetts. And I still don't know why we went to a Brazilian barbecue place. Not that I wasn't interested, I was, but I'm pretty sure I really wanted to go to a Korean barbecue, and they're like, oh, well, we came here because you wanted to come here. I don't know. Anyway, I've never been to a Brazilian barbecue in the United States, which is ironic because there's Brazilians everywhere here. Anyway, I've been to a Brazilian barbecue in China, in '06 or something, and it got really ripped off. But that was like a Valentine's Day thing. But whatever. Um, it was incredibly expensive. Like, inflation is ridiculous. The quality was actually very good. Like, the salad bar was amazing. Like, it was really good. The dessert was way too sugary, though. That I got this like chocolate mousse in this like dark chocolate cup thingy. There was two chocolate mousses. There was that one, and then there was like the kind in just a regular cup, like a plastic cup. And I was like, okay, Heidi, which one do you want? Do you want this? Do you want that? And I thought she didn't want the. Well, she said she wanted the one in the regular cup, right? So I was like, okay, you get this, and I'll get that one. But then she wanted it, and then I was like, how about we just get that and share it? Was so freaking sweet. Even she couldn't handle it. I'm like, oh my god, I'm gonna have to eat this. So I ate the mousse part, and then she ate. It's like a shell or like a cup made of dark chocolate. It looks like melted chocolate chips that was molded into like a cup, and then like rolled around in roasted peanuts. And they did it. Obviously, they were chefs and everything. They did a lovely job, and it was like, that was great. It was so freaking. It was just like sugar galore. Um, I had mixed feelings about the meat. I think from now on, if I'm going to ever eat a variety of meats, that I will not eat lamb with it, because lamb or mutton is like a stinky, weird tasting, pungent meat, and even though it was a good quality of lamb or mutton, it was still lamb. So it just, I don't know, and then the smell was in my hair, and I only had like a tiny piece. The chicken was amazing. Some of the beef was better than the others. When it was good, it was good. When it wasn't, it was not. But overall, I would say it was really good. I went back to the salad bar because the salad was really good. They had very good quality beets and, I don't know, like leafy green stuff. So I thought the service was fine, but the drinks are so expensive. Like, I got a Diet Coke, and each drink was like, I don't know, $6. That's ridiculous. And we never got any refills. So, I don't know about that. Um, yeah, other than that, everything else was fine. It was like a buffet thing, so whatever. I don't know if I want to do that again because that's expensive. Yeah. I don't know. Nobody really seemed to be that hungry either. I don't know why, because the food was delicious. The chicken was just fabulous. Pork was okay, but the chicken and the chicken and the beef, was pretty good. Um, so there's that. Um, and then I'm supposed to be starting like my new job this weekend. The training process of that is just so slacker-ish. I don't know. Well, we'll see what happens. Luckily, I did record these things, so the conferences or whatever, so I at least can be on the ball to try and figure out what the hell I'm supposed to do. I've been going over the documents, or the documents, like they're like documents, PDFs or whatever, but I don't know. And then there's this thing with racism. So I had to like I am very tolerant, and I am tolerant of a lot of things, of so many things. But I also like have to speak my truth. And there's a point where I've been like way tolerant and very civil and a friend. But the I can't be having no, I can't have a relationship with people that are overtly racist. Like there's closet racism, and like I don't know how you can be a freaking bigot and still think you're not. Like when you're going out of your way to do it. And then you tell yourself you're like God, like you because of your love for God or you're a patriot. No. And already a few people have already either deleted me or I had to delete them because they were just nuts. And this is like a thing that's been going on since like 2013 big time, especially 2014 and this year. Oh my God. But now instead of coming, going, oh, I hadn't realized I was being racist. Now they're just doubling down. Well, I guess I'm racist then, or I'm racist, and now here's my racist rant. So they just admit they're racist. So this dude's wife deleted me because I questioned her, and I was like, "Why are you a racist now?" Because she's being racist, she's acting racist, and she got annoyed about it. Trying to talk about it like a human being, which is what they want, even though they don't want to view anyone else as a human being. Just do what I say. This is really sad because I remember certain persons when they were teenagers and they hated their father or they hated their parents or their uncle who was a bigot, and these persons themselves had been discriminated against for being fat, because being in the 90s, like being fat, oh my God, you've no idea how cruel and hateful people were. Like, I'm talking extremely bigoted to anybody just because they were fat or overweight or chubby. And I remember a dude talking about his dad and how he defecated in the sink, and he was trying to be mature and grow up and, you know, all this stuff, and he viewed himself as more mature for his age, and that he resented all this other stuff. And I don't know what it is, but sometimes when people pass away, it's like all of a sudden they're a saint, which I really don't agree with. If somebody passed away, but they were an asshole or they were a jerk their whole life, just because they died doesn't make them a saint or an angel or any of that. It's ridiculous. And then I also know about some backstabbing certain things and lying and manipulative stuff that these persons have done later on. So maybe it's a I don't know, they're like a product of their environment. Well, you didn't really rise above like your parents, I guess. And then after trying to have a civil conversation and talk this out, because remember, feedback is love if someone's your friend, they're just like, oh, I'm racist, here's my racist rant. Well, there you go. So look, I can't be friends with somebody who's going to be like that. I can't. That's not a friend. that is not a friend at all. Because if you're like that, like, what are you saying about me? What are you saying about my family? Because my family is Chinese. Um, I'm also mixed myself. So down goes that one. Like, I had to let it go, and I just did it. There's two other individuals right now that are they're kind of pushing it. Like, actually this morning I woke up because I've been up for a while. I've been having trouble sleeping. As you can see, this is not good for me. This is not good for my life. My psoriasis is like terrible. I don't know if you can tell. Maybe you can't. Hopefully you can. It's disgusting. It's hideous. I'm glad it doesn't show on the camera, really. It's horrible. I have all kinds of skin issues right now. I have psoriasis, I have hives, I have rashes, I have cystic acne. I keep getting this fungal issue on my feet. Either it's really fungus or it's just stress, but I think it might be fungus. It keeps coming back. Anyway, but there are these persons on my friends list, and I don't know, it's like persons whom you actually knew, and like it hurts more than persons I don't know, because I've had to delete people who I mostly just played video games with, or people who were I was friends with when I was more new age and stuff like that. I'm not new age, but there's a lot of things that I still like from that. Like, that's why I'm a aspiring philosopher still. Actually, I'm always going to be a philosopher of sorts. But so some of those actually, if it was bad, if it was questionable, if it was, yeah, they're gone, they're done. Like, I had to, especially because the crazies were the ones who were showing in my feed. It's almost like it's on purpose. I have over 500 friends on Facebook, and it's kind of weird that, I mean, I was so popular before on Facebook, and I don't know if people are just fed up with Facebook like I am, because I didn't even want to deal with it, especially because it was persons that I know. I really can't stand all the hatred. It was a totally different experience when I first started going on Facebook in 2007 compared to now. And even the same person, like, they just, when people go through changes, gone through changes as well, but I would never turn into like a freaking neo-Nazi, or pretty much be a neo-Nazi just to deny that I was. That's just fucked up. I'm not doing that. And I really, really can't be having like friends on my friends list, people I went to high school with on my list, and they're freaking neo-Nazis. And I mean, I realize that that's discrimination, but I'm discriminating the discriminators. I can't take it. I can't take it. I just can't take it anymore. Like, it has been a stressful thing this whole year. Most of the people that I care about, I can't even be around or be in touch with. And the great thing about Facebook was bringing me closer to people back in the day, even just a few years ago. And I had relationships every day with them and conversations with them every day that I wouldn't be having if it wasn't for Facebook. And I was happy. My relationships were, ongoing. They were alive. And now it's like being bullied, or like living in fear. I mean, it's ridiculous. It's just absolute madness. So there's like at least two persons left, and they're male. Um, they're kind of verging into the sort of white trash territory. Um, they really don't do anything with their life. I don't even think they have a college degree. Um, I don't know. They're not stupid. They're not dumb. So I don't know why they act this dumb. It's just it's just out there. And then also people like this. I was about to just delete a few. Like I was about to delete actually those particular ones this morning. And then I went to their wall, and it seemed a bit redeeming, kind of. I was I was gonna do it, and then I realized like a comment that someone else, like myself, who was speaking up and being like, "Yo, you might not want to blindly share this sort of thing. It's not a good idea. It's you shouldn't use veterans to promote hate and because the graphic it was racist. It made all this stuff up about the president, and actually the president had a lot of things. This person was very um, on the ball with this stuff. It turned out, so I thanked that person. I was like, thank you for speaking up. And that person was a veteran. And they were like, look, I don't like people using veterans as pawns because it's abusive and all that stuff. And I was like, thank you. So maybe it's some people can be redeemed or whatever, or I don't like to use that word. It sounds very like religious. I'm really fed up with religion being like used for all the wrong reasons. At this point, like I don't even know what to think of religion, because I feel like I don't feel like there's any real true noble religion, because they're all sort of contaminated. Like, there's people who would tell me, like, oh, well, Buddhism is great. Yeah, I could tell you some really bad stuff about Buddhism that you probably don't even know about. Because whatever people think of Buddhism in the West, really don't know, because you haven't lived in the East, where it comes from. And I've lived in the East, the far East. Like, China. A lot. I lived there a lot. Um, I haven't even, like, read all the sutras yet. I was listening to a few out loud. I don't know, I'm still interested in like comparative religion and all that stuff, and I still do like meditation. I do like certain things about Buddhism things, but like I said, I eat meat. I just went to Brazilian barbecue. It's not for for if you're vegetarian, it's not for you. I mean, they have a great salad bar though. The salad bar was good. But I don't know. Some people are probably gonna, I don't want to say get the boot, because that's kind of mean, but there's some people who, man, they gotta go. I don't know. Maybe they don't. Maybe it's not over. I don't feel happy about it at all. I really don't. I do not. Well, I guess that's it for now, but I don't know. Maybe it'll get better, right? That'll be great.